It's never enough, you know. I just don't understand how come it's never enough. Is it stupidity? Is it ignorance? Why they don't value what they already have? They only value or covet what's on the other side. It's so weird. One of the things that defines people, humans, in general, and what allows civilizations to rise is the spirit of cooperation. And you can see the spirit of cooperation a unit, when two people become a unit, when a unit comes together, when two people come together and form a unit and they cooperate, almost like in a band. One plays a role and the other plays the other role, and together is what when magic happens. This cooperation, is not a competition. If you go with a spirit of competition, it's not going to work. Competition, keeping score, and all of those things will only, rotten things from the inside out. If you don't have children, good, that wasn't meant to work. But if there's children involved in the equation, you are gonna have to be very careful. Otherwise, you're gonna raise a demon. People don't seem to understand that children imitate the grown-ups for the most part. They imitate the grown-ups until they become sexually active. And then they don't listen to you anymore. They imitate you, so be careful what you do, what you say. You know, don't argue in front of your children. And by simply imitating you, they will want to become you. They will idealize you. You are their god, and they will do everything you do. They will copy you. If you're into books, if you're into education, if you're into being polite, they will follow those footsteps. They will imitate. Well, unless they are psychopaths, that's another story altogether. But um, they will imitate everything, and this unit is very successful, was very successful. I don't know. In the West, it seems to not be working, at least for more than half of the population. Everybody seems to be lost. They lost the anchor. They don't know where to anchor anymore, metaphorically speaking. They're just detached. They don't seem to. So they go from hoax to hoax. They go from bullshit to bullshit, trying to find some meaning. Oh, there's enough of them out there, promising you salvation. Religion is one of them. It's not difficult, to cooperate. But it seems, again, that there are forces, of course, in this world that are always trying to unbalance things. And have you ever wondered why civilizations go up and then collapse? They collapse for infighting, of course. It's always infighting when people stop understanding each other, when they stop cooperating with each other. That's when things collapse. Yeah, I think to myself, it's inevitable. It's human nature, and it's not supposed to be up all the time. This is not utopia. Utopia doesn't exist. It's not supposed to be up all the time. Yeah, we manage to go very high. Yeah, we create, a society. I mean, Not now, of course, but some decades ago, in which you could let your children play until the sun went down, and you didn't wonder. You wasn't afraid. It was a safe area. Yeah, but nowadays it's not like that at all. Well, because there's no safety anymore, and you only have one, maybe two children, and if you lose them, it's a tragedy. Well, in the past, you had five, four, six, five, six, seven children, and you knew, people knew best that there's always disease, accidents, crazy people out there. There's only those things, you'd be lucky, to see them all grow and have children of their own. You'd be lucky. You know, people were more, I don't know, in down to earth, more grounded. The people nowadays are not grounded at all. They have this weird, crazy expectations that are completely illogical. And where do they get these expectations? The media, of course. The media, yeah. Ooh. Anyway, people are competing with each other. I have this much money. I have this much salary. I'm better than you. I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna do that and I'm gonna have this degree. And by the age of 30, I'm gonna find a good man or I'm gonna find a good woman. And it's just not possible, you know. It's the perfection of the unit of production, I suppose. This also comes from the schooling system. They want to hun the meat, the meat robot. They want to weaponize it into the perfect unit of production and consumer, of course. And this is the end game. You've transformed, most humans into this detached thing with unrealistic expectations, and it doesn't work. Some people think that going back to religion is going to fix the situation. That's why they are flooding and imposing this type of religion that I'm not allowed to say all over the place. They think that's going to be the savior because it saved them in the past when I'm sorry, the other branch, took over. It was simply a political decision. It was a political and social decision to flood the world, the West in general, with that religion, because that religion, was shaped to be family orientated. Yeah. All the witches that got persecuted, they all knew about how to prevent pregnancy and how to stop pregnancy. That's why they were hunted down. This new paradigm was very protective of reproduction because the previous, civilization went into the extremes as we are going now with the individualism to the extreme. I've said this many times. It doesn't matter what you give them; they will always take it to the extreme. There's no balance. It's impossible. It's almost like they suffer from obsessive compulsive behavior. You give them something and they take it literally, and they take it to the extreme. I mean, it's crazy. So there's periods where balance is achieved, and I think balance sometimes was achieved, but not simultaneously all over the place. It's like happiness, it's a thing that happens, from time to time. You're not meant to have it forever. That's another unrealistic expectation. People nowadays, they divorce if they have a bad day. That doesn't make any sense. Doesn't make any sense. I don't know anything anymore. I look at them and I feel repulsed. There's no spirituality when I look at them. It's just this thing that drives them to become a profession. They want to become that profession so then they can buy everything. You know, and it's so egotistic. It's very ego driven. There's no transcendence in there, no spirituality in there, no transcendence. The Vedas, Hinduism, etc., they speak of the spiritual, essence in which everybody is unified. The soul, they say, the soul is what unifies us. It's the spiritual that unifies everybody. It's not my soul to possess or your soul to possess. No. And it's transcendent. Yeah. But it seems that they severed the connection. They are unaware of that. So they are purely materialistic. Purely materialistic. Yeah. When you disconnect spirituality, the soul, from the equation, then you're just numbers on an Excel page. You know, you're just numbers. You're just binary. You're just ones and zeros. Yeah, the world is hyped into that right now. Everything is ones and zeros. They think they can live only by that. Not possible. It's going to lead to catastrophe, collapse. Anyway, there was another thing I wanted to say. Yeah, but I don't think it connects with this. Yeah, it's another subject. So I think I'm going to shut up now. Have a nice day.